Welcome back everyone to PC Mazda Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2019 Mazda 3 in the Select package. The reason we're taking a look at this one today is it was a subscriber request that we get to this vehicle on here and take a look at the ins and outs of it. If you want to get to see any of these trim levels in particular, please subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to take a look at and I'll see if I can push it up earlier in the production cycle. So, this particular vehicle as it sits right here, there's no options or anything like that outside of adding all-wheel drive to it, but this is going to list for $23,520. So what you get going to your Select package versus the base just Mazda 3 is going to be your iActive safety features like your radar cruise control, your blind spot monitoring, your rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning system, lane keep assist, pretty much all those big time safety features start in this trim level here. You also get a leatherette interior versus the cloth interior of the just regular Mazda 3. Going to be still manual seats in it, but we'll take a look at that later on there. So let's go ahead and start taking a look around the vehicle and then we'll get on to the inside and take it out for a drive. Alright, we'll start at the front of the vehicle here. So you're going to see right away, right on the front, you're going to have the glass covering on it. So that's going to indicate that you're going to have your radar cruise control system in this vehicle. Right up top in your windshield, you're going to have all of the cameras for your lane departure warning system, your lane keep assist, your auto windshield wipers, your auto lights. Now this one will have the keyless entry as well on the door handle. It's super hard to see now, but it's just a little divot into it for the sensor on it instead of the actual physical black button that they used to have. So the Select package is pretty much your touring model from 2018. Just so you get an idea of what you're looking at, like feature-wise and where it stacks up in the trims. So trunk space, you just have the deck release button down there on the bottom of the emblem. Pretty solid trunk space on there. You're getting a very similar size that you got in your 18 Mazda 3s, so you're not missing out on the whole lot. Got your jacks and everything like that over there. And just pop them right back in. 60-40 split, of course, in the back. You see your levers there and there for the release. And then you've got a handle there to pull it down if need be. Once again, skyactive-g. We'll hopefully be having that skyactive-x engine out this summer. And then the new font that they do for the Mazda 3 emblem. LED lighting on your tail lights. I'm not sure if you guys caught that or not on there. Coming all the way around. Let's take a look at the interior of the vehicle. Now, to enter the vehicle, pull, make sure your thumb is over the small indention. Once again, it doesn't have a physical exterior button anymore. To lock on the exterior, just takes a touch on there. Make sure your fingers, once again, are over that indention. Take a look inside. So right away in the door, we'll see that we've got auto windows on all 4 windows. Your door lock has been moved up into the actual door, and then you've gotten that straight bar, very similar to what they did on the 18 Mazda 6s. You will have a manual seat in this. This is the leatherette seat though. Still manual. Have a seat inside. Starting on the left-hand side, you're going to see your selector for if you want your iActive safety features on or off. They have now a small storage container that they had on the early model Mazda 6s. I say early, it was like 17 and earlier had that. But then they did away with it on the 18s. But now they brought it back on my 19 Mazda 3s. Weird enough. Once again, steering wheel's been redone. You're gonna have all your radar, cruise control, and cruise control settings on your right-hand side. Left-hand side's all your Bluetooth. Select model gets the digital display in the middle right there. Select model also intros your dual AC, so you can set one side of the car to a different temperature than the other. USB port right there in the front. You also get a USB port in your middle console. That's going to cover for both of those can be used for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, but only one phone, of course, can be used at a time doing that. You're going to have you still got the switch for your parking brake. That's going to be put on every single time that the vehicle's turned off automatically without you touching anything. Sport mode, and then your other media controls, because of course we are now on we no longer have a touch screen. So all your controls will be down here for your screen at the top. Take a look in the back seat. Make sure we're unlocked. So the Touring model also has, not the Touring model, the Select model also introduces the center armrest. The Sport model won't have this. The back seat does seem to be a little bit smaller than your 18 and newer or older models. But your front seat is larger. So let's take her on out for a drive and see how we like it. All right, before we take it on out, we're going to do one last walk around on the vehicle. Don't know if I covered this earlier or not, but this is the deep crystal blue coloration with the greige interior. So they don't have the sand interior anymore that they offered back in 2018 and earlier. It is now greige. So we're going to take her on out. And for those of you that have asked, no, I have not found a way yet to stop that beeping as soon as you get into the car. It's always going to do that chime. Oops, and we forget, your electric parking brake goes on every single time, no matter what. So, 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine standard on all trim levels now. You don't have the option to do the 2.0, the smaller engine anymore. Get this back to the home screen here. Alright, so right now we're going to do a non-sport mode acceleration. So it sounds a little sporty. It's the 2.5 liter engine on it. It's you're not running your turbo or anything like that, but it sounds good when you're driving it. Now, turning onto this road here, I will flip on the sport mode and we'll see the difference in acceleration. But while we're sitting here, Mazda, hands down, the best center armrest. Not sure if you guys are able to see that or not on there, but center armrest of any other manufacturer I've ever been in. They had a little small one in their 2018 and newer models. I personally drive a 18 model Mazda 6, and I even feel that small and uncomfortable, that center armrest. This one's just freaking perfect. It just feels so good to actually just have room, real estate to place your arm. You also have the ability to put your cups up here now. They've moved it from back here, which probably helped a lot in getting that real estate there on the center armrest. All right, we're gonna roll right around this corner here, and then get on it. So, a little slow getting up to 60 on there, but once again, we are in a smaller engine. But, all things considered, the car felt good in that acceleration. You still got this sporty note on the engine. We're going to turn off that sport mode. You got up and you went. If you have the power if you need it. Now, the biggest change of this model versus your 18 models versus anything else Mazda's got out right now in the sedan department, this thing is freaking silent. They've padded so much insulation into your doors on the underside of the vehicle, and between the compartment and your engine and that firewall, there's so much more padding now. This is quieter than my 18 Mazda 6. This is quieter, I feel, easily than the CX-5. This is hands down Mazda's quietest ride that they've got. They're really stepping it up into that that luxury market that they're trying to get into. So I cannot wait till they take all of these features, all of these upgrades, and move it into their other vehicles. Mazda's going to be in a class of their own at that point. Now I'll do another acceleration once we get around this turn here. Now they did change your blind spot monitoring indicators. They're not that little like two squares anymore. It is a triangle now in your mirrors. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. But it's also nice having this digital display now. Previously in other models it was exclusive to the top trim levels. It's nice to have access to that in the kind of the intro model, your first package, your first trim on the Mazda 6. I mean, sorry, Mazda 3, holy crap. So info button right here cycles through that center screen. If you want to do like your average fuel economy, you can flip it over to this and get a digital speedometer on the top while also showing your lane departure warning system, your lane keep assist. If we turn on radar cruise control, we can see the follow distance changing. We can also cycle through and bring it back to the kind of like the analog speedometer. Of course, your other two gauges are staying analog on here, your RPMs, your tachometer, along with your temperature and your fuel gauge on the right side. But you also get a fuel gauge on your kind of like inner digital part to show how many miles to empty based upon your driving, exterior temperature of the vehicle, a digital fuel gauge, and then your MPGs on the left side. I can't recommend one of these enough. Hands down, probably the best vehicle in this segment right now. You take a look at something like the Corolla or the Civic, and I don't think they can even compete to this. And this is just a select package. Maybe if you're taking a look at like their higher trim levels, maybe they've got some sort of opportunity to even compete with this, but it doesn't look nearly as stylish as this. Thank you guys so much for your time today. If you liked what you saw or would like to see more, please subscribe, comment below. Let me know which vehicles you want to see in Mazda's lineup, which trim levels, what you want me to go over. I'd love to see your guys' feedback. I look at every single comment. and hopefully I respond back to, if not all of them, most of them. Thank you guys so much for your time today. Have a good rest of your day.